Okay, so I'm going to be doing my face care routine for tonight. I don't normally do my night routine, so we're going to do this together. And without further ado, here's a voiceover of Letters Unsent, Chapter 1. Okay, so I have PCOS. Before I start speaking, I have PCOS. So before y'all eat me up and tell me about my face or how I look or what I'm dressing like, I can't help you, baby. I can't. But what I can tell you is I'm a girl. I'm a plus size, big back baddie, okay? I stand on what I stand on. I speak on how I speak. It is what it is, really. So without further ado, literally, let's read. POV 1. Every letter ever written starts with a perspective. Some are from the view of the sender, some the imagined view of the receiver, and some are written in between, to no one and everyone, all at once. If you're listening to this, then this first perspective is yours. So I ask, how do you see the world? What are you currently feeling? What do you pretend not to feel? What happened to you the day you shut down? What broke in you so silently you didn't even notice? When did you stop believing love was meant for you? And who convinced you that you were hard to love? Questions have answers, but sometimes those answers are undeveloped. Just like our sense of self. Still learning, still searching. Sometimes the answer to pain is silence. Sometimes the answer to healing is writing it down. You try to make peace with things by forgetting them, but they live in your bones anyway. In the middle of the night, in the middle of a conversation, in the middle of your smile. Your body remembers what your mouth won't say. Your heart stores what your lips fear. And that's why the pen becomes your only safe space. Every day, life passes through your lens, and no matter how wide your eyes open, you can never see it from someone else. Some people go with the flow. Others are the flow. And then there are the disruptors, the ones who steer the waters just by existing. There's a word we don't say in families. We don't say it in friendships. We don't say it in the churches or relationships, but we know it's there. We know it's there. Dysfunctional. If you're the white sheep in a flock of black ones, they'll call you the problem before they ever see you as the possibility. You are not allowed to shift people who have been dancing with the habit their whole life. They will hate your freedom. They will resent your healing. But still, you write. You write to remember who you are, to remember who you were, to grieve the version of you that stayed too long, loved too hard, settled too small. These are the letters never sent, but they are still real. They are still you. POV 2. Now let's shift from the one who writes the letter to the one who receives it. You may never know this letter was for you, but here it is anyway. I wonder, did you ever feel it? The change, the distance, the moment we stopped speaking the same language, even though we used the same words. This letter is to the version of you I created in my mind, the one that held me without touching me, the one that knew how to love me but didn't. I wanted to say something sooner, but I didn't know how to say it. You hurt me. Not in a screaming way, not in a throwing things across the room way, but in a way in the kind of way that made me doubt my worth in silence. You were there, but you weren't with me. You heard me, but never really listened. And when I cried, you called it overreacting. When I was honest, you called it drama. When I left, you said I gave up. But the truth is, I left way before I packed my things. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. This letter isn't about blame. It's about release. Because if I keep holding this weight, I won't have room to grow into someone new. So, I forgive you. Not because you asked, not because you apologize, but because I refuse to let your shadow live rent-free in my home of healing. I don't need a response. I don't even expect one. But I needed you to know that I saw you. I needed to say this to the version of you that I can't reach anymore. Goodbye doesn't always come with closure. Sometimes it comes in a letter you never even know existed. And now we reach the third perspective, the observer. This voice doesn't belong to the writer or the receiver. It belongs to the one in the middle, a friend, a stranger, God, your future self, your inner child, the part of you that just watches. The observer is neutral, but full of insight. They say, I've read your letters. I've seen your tears. I've heard your silence. I know what you didn't say. I know why you stayed. I know why you left. I know why you keep replaying that moment in your head. And I need you to hear this. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not foolish for caring. You are not weak for loving them the way you did. You were growing. You were becoming. You were surviving in the only way you knew how. As the observer, I watch you forgive people who don't even know they hurt you. I see you choosing peace, even when your soul craves justice. I know the weight you carry, and still you rise. Sometimes I want to whisper in your ear, you made it further than you think. Other times I want to remind you, you don't have to write every letter in pain. You can write letters of joy, of freedom, of rebirth, of laughter, of letting go. Because yes, some letters are unsent, but they were never wasted. They are sacred. They are human. They are honest. And they are yours. This is the closing message. There are three perspectives: the writer, the receiver, and the observer. Which one are you today? The beautiful thing about Letters Unsent is that it gives you a space to hold all three, to feel, to release, and to be seen, even when your name is never mentioned. So if you're holding on to something, write it, say it in your own words. You don't have to say it to their face. You just have to say it. In Chapter 2, we'll explore what happens when the words we never said start to echo in someone else's truth. So if you would like to send a letter, submit a letter, share your truth, feel free to click on the link in the description box below. And I can't wait to hear what you all have to say. Thank you for taking your time to listen. Please enjoy the left of the music, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, now we can go. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you guys next time. I signed out. iRandomDraya out.